Here's the bike that I rode Eroica on. It's the 54 Trent Sports that I've got, and that was going to take on the Peak District. I only chose the short route because I was on the 3-speed. Anyway, Eroica 2016. If you don't know what Eroica is, it is a ride that was created by, I believe, an Italian gent. He loved the simplicity of old steel bikes, I guess. It originated from Italy and it's spread around the world now. There is, if I remember, 10, could be wrong, but it's 10 rides around the world, like South Africa, Japan, America, all over. It's the third year that the British one has been around. I spoke to someone at the event and who's been to each one, and he told me that the figures of the turnout for each event has grown dramatically every year. And this year there was 4,500 riders turned up, along with their family and supporters and what have you. It was pretty popular there. Anywho, festival. I stayed for the whole weekend, so I arrived on the Friday and left on the Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't like this the week before. Unfortunately, the ground wasn't this dry, so the event organisers had a massive problem on their hands, which caused a bit of chaos. I arrived on the Friday night, queued for an hour to get in, and found that the campsites had to be rearranged super quick to accommodate everyone. New fields had to be opened up, and yeah, it was a bit manic to start with. This, of course, the rain affected the festival area. Weather was meant to be like a large area to mingle, to watch the live acts. That had all turned to essentially a swamp. They tried their best over the weekend to lay hay bales down. The amount of footfall through the festival just churned up the ground and turned it into a bit of a bog. The festival itself was pretty good. Apparently it's gone all family orientated now. You've got the several different quarters. You've got the HQ area where all the riders go, there's a bar and all the stuff to do about the Eroica ride. And then you've got like a food quarter with loads of delicious pop-up bars, pop-up restaurants, fast food things from all around the world, all different styles. They were gorgeous, expensive but gorgeous. There was a traders area, obviously, that had big dealers there. They had little dealers, locally sourced dealers. That was quite nice to walk around with the boots on. Naturally, the main thing I was interested in was the bike jumble. So I managed to pick up this saddle rail for this bag, for this bike. Got a few of the bits and bobs for other bikes, a couple of bits of clothes. Yeah, it was a nice area to walk around. Yeah, spent most of my weekend in that bike jumble, but as you can see from the videos, the ground was just not nice to walk on. Anyway, the Sunday morning, the ride, the important part, only did the 30 miler, could have well got away with 55. I was doing well against the racers that were on the 30 mile, the geared bikes. Fantastic atmosphere for the ride. The start line was in Bakewell itself, and it was packed out with all the residents, all the supporters. Unfortunately, some guy's tyre blew up when we were waiting to start, and that noise ricocheting through the streets was pretty loud. The ride, I loved it. The ride was brilliant. I've done a Sportive before, just one, but I've done one, and I didn't really like that Sportive too much. The atmosphere wasn't there. It was just churning out 60 odd miles, whatever it was. Whereas the ride on Eroica, it was more challenging, but it felt a lot easier. Every village you went through had people out on the streets, tin cans or clangers, whatever they are, cheering, edging you on. And the food stops that they had as well were brilliant. Like, they were so friendly there. I'd definitely do it again. The weather was dry, more importantly, so that was good. It was a nice ride for that. But yeah, the ride was beautiful. Like, the sights. I've never ridden around the Peak District before. Biked it brilliantly, biked it faultless. There was plenty of people that you saw broke down at the side, fixing punctures, adjusting gears, what have you. But all sorts of bikes did it. There was even a penny farthing. I didn't see it, but there's pictures of it. Would I do Eroica again? I think I would. I'd take some more company with me this year, next year though, and hope that the weather stays nice and sunny and the ground dry. But I'd definitely do it again. The atmosphere for the ride is just second to none. I don't think the organisers could have done much more for it. They tried their best all weekend and helped everyone out as much as they could. So my hat goes off to them. Anywho, hope my voice didn't bore you too much. I've tried to give you a little insight of what Eroica was like for me. If you did it, let me know your experience. As I said, I definitely recommend it. It was just a shame about the weather this year, but there's not much that people could do about that. So thanks for watching. I'll carry on my ride home now, and I'll carry on building these bikes as well.
Norway. The Norwegian contingent arriving second fast. Welcome home, Nicola Griffith. The man with the impressive wolf tattoo on his calf is back.
It is.
Nice wolf.
Only stamp it, don't we? Thank you.